The Samoan squad oozes with talent, comprised of 7 Super League and 9 NRL regulars. The back line is Smith Samoa, Francis Mele, George Camont, Willie Talau and Matt Utai. Well, the man who scored 19 tries for New Zealand and now captain of Samoa, Nigel Vanganar, is at half-back with Ben Roberts. The forwards, our leads is Kylie Leluai, Terence Seoseo, Penrith's Tony Pelatua, who's on his way to St Helens, of course, David Solomona, Langi Setu and Wigan's Harrison Hansen. While on the bench, there's Frank Puletua, Ali Titi, Joseph Paolo and Albi Tulapo. More than half of this 17 have played Test rugby for New Zealand. While for Tonga, Michael Jennings, wearing 3. He's at full-back today, though, and he's joined by Cooper Vuna, Fatuli Talanoa, Etuati Useli and Essie Tonga. Willie Manu comes in at half-back to join Feletti Mateo. Up front, Antonio Kafuso, Wakefield firecracker, Leo Latu and Owen Guttenbeil. And then the captain, Lupini Pai, and Richard Fiasso, and Tony Williams comes in at loose forward in place of Manu. On the bench, Manasi Manakofoa, Epalami Loaki, Sam Moa and Eddie Pai. Well, the stats on Monday for Tonga were woeful, in fact, Martin. Completion rate 56%, error count 17, on the wrong end of a 15-8 penalty account. Is there a danger they might self-destruct this morning?
Yes, we talked about the emotion of the game. It has to be channeled. Defences have to be enthusiastic, they have to be committed, but you're walking a very short tightrope, and you have to make sure that these things don't spill over, and you end up with 2 men in the sin bin. On Monday, I think it was Felipe Mateo and Tonga ended up in the sin bin for Tonga. That can't happen today. If they play for the whole game, with 20 minutes with 12 men, then it's going to be curtains for Tonga.
And we're seeing both sides taking the pitch here at Penrith. We believe it's going to be a full house this morning. And Martin, the Samoan president, wined and dined the squad before they headed to Australia. There's huge expectation that the team will reach the semi-finals. Some say maybe even the final. Is that expectation justified?
I think it is justified when you look at the likes of Matt Utai, Willie Talau, who we know from St Helens, Francis Mele, who played exceptionally well, had an exceptional season for St Helens this season. George Camont had an exceptional season for Wigan. So there are a lot of players in this Samoan side who are household names in the NRL and in Super League. And as I say, it's been a short turnaround for Tonga, playing on Monday, 5 days later. But the added benefit that if they get through this, they haven't got another game for 10 days. So they will be throwing everything into this game.
And just briefly, the side that shows greatest control, are they the side that will win this one?
Absolutely. I know a lot of coaches and spectators of rugby league say defence win games, but I'm not an exponent of that. I believe that defences give you the right to win games. They put you in the frame to win games, but it's your execution and attack, your the way that you complete sets and be concise and efficient. That's what's going to win you the game.
All right, well, without further ado, let's cross to Penrith for the national anthems, and that'll be followed by commentary from Warren Smith and Gary Freeman.
Please be upstanding for the Tongan national anthem performed by 4DG member Richard Ha-La.
E o tua mafi mafi koho mau e ki koe koe fa la la anga moe o whaki tonga Fio hifo e maulotu aia o kumau whaini mo ke tari ho mauloto o malu
performance. Now please welcome to CUA Stadium, Leighton Sauni to perform the Samoan national anthem.
Samoa tulai masisi laufu lo palelea. Samoa tulai masisi laufu lo palelea. Vai ina fetu olo angia ai ole fa ai longa lea o Yesu na maliu o Samoa Samoa umau laupule e fa Aua e te fefe o le atua lo tawhawai o lo tasa o lo Tonga Samoa tulai ua angia laufu lo
Two beautiful renditions of the Samoan and also the Tongan national anthem. And we aren't too far away from a kickoff here tonight. Samoa in action for the very first time. But of course, before the kickoff, we'll have the ceremonial war dancers, the two anthem singers, both Richard Hala and Leighton Sauni, walking off arm in arm. We'll wait and see if the players are walking off arm in arm by full time. The Tongans will perform their war dance, the Sifitau. The Samoan war dance, the Manu Sifitau. They'll stare off. They've both been told they have to stay 10 metres from the halfway line. But Cooper Vuna, of course, who leads the Tongan war dancer, said if anybody crosses the halfway line, look out. We'll wait and see.
Just can't let the emotion take over. Here they go now.
They're going first. Gary, okay.
Samoa! Oi le toa! Samoa! Oi le toa! Oi le toa! Oi le toa! Samoa! Samoa! Oi le toa! Oi le toa! Oi le toa! Samoa!
The Samoans stayed on their side of halfway. They got close to the line. We'll wait and see what the Tongan response is. But look at the Samoans up on the halfway line, staring them down.
They'll end up face to face.
back of your neck.
Oh, how would you like to be the first bloke to run the ball up?
He'll be a
lot of
courageous
emotion.
man, taking the initial hit up tonight off the kickoff here. Samoa and Tonga. Let's hope the game lives up to the hype, the build-up, and also the ceremonial war dances we've just seen, because that was quite something.
Well, let me tell you this, Warren. I believe it will live up to that reputation they have here. Shane Hayne, the Australian referee here tonight. And happy birthday to Shane Hayne. Turns 41 today. I thought he was kidding me. I thought he was a little bit older than that, but good luck, Shane, at 41 and controlling this first set of 6.
Well, it is a must-win game, certainly for Samoa, because if Tonga win too, they are through to the top of their pool, Pool 3, and that would see them in the playoff to decide who would go into the semi-finals to take on, most likely, of course, Australia, who are at the moment odds-on favourite to finish top of Pool 1. Tony Puletua, the now former Penrith Panther, standing by. Michael Jennings is still a Panther. He'll be at the back tonight for Tonga. Samoa will get first use of it and defend. The southern end of CUA Stadium. Ben Roberts with the catch, and he gives it off to Tony Puletua, who's met in a good tackle by Goodenbeal and also Lupini Paya. Stepping out of dummy half, Smith Samoa, a young rookie from the Gold Coast Titans, the former Melbourne Storm player as well, as they work it up towards their own 40-metre line. Here's Terence Siusiu from dummy half. He gives it off to Puletua. Numbers in the tackle there, bouncing off. One of them there was Lupini Paya. Goodenbeal was there also with Richie Fa'oso to make the tackle as they kick through Siusiu from their own side of halfway. A good one as well. Down to the goal line. Jennings wearing 3. The playing at fullback picks it up and is stopped there in a tackle by Willie Talau and also Matt Utai. Willie Talau back in familiar territory, of course, the St Helens centre for a long time now, the former Bulldog. Francis Melly also plays for St Helens in the European Super League. He's out here on this left-hand side of the field. Talau will combine with Utai on that other side. Talanoa playing as it comes to the right-hand side. Goodenbeal is looking for one more, but he takes it forward himself. Stopped there by Siusiu, 25 out from his own line. Late in the tackle count. Goes again to this right-hand side. Fa'oso looking for an offload. Has coughed it up. And they'll get a chance here. Solomona has it. They'll play it about 33 away from the Tongan line.
Yeah, plenty of pressure there on Feleti Mateo, trying to get the ball out one arm, and this puts his side under a little bit of pressure here. Now they've got a man up defensively and get up the line quickly. Puletua. This is his 4th hit up already, and leading by example, a great run by Tony Puletua.
He's about 12 away when he plays it. They go to the right-hand side. Here's Vanga going straight and hard and almost cracked them as well. Good tackle made by Paya and Goodenbeal. Siusiu had Smith Samoa coming with him at close hand. He's only a metre or so, maybe less, from the line when he'll play it here on the last tackle. It goes to Siusiu. Now Roberts through the hands of Solomona from Carmont. Quick ball, Francis Melly. An early try here for Samoa. It was pretty simple in the end. They just shuffled it down the short side rather. And it's Samoa who play from in front, 4-0 after just 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, and it all comes back to that one mistake made by Feleti Mateo, trying to look to offload the ball. This is what he does so well in the NRL. Just didn't need to put that pressure on his side, and defensively. They had a quick play ball before off Nigel Vagana, and then it was just good quick hands. Not enough defenders out here on that right-hand edge, and Francis Melly opens the first wound against the Tongan boys, and a very good try too. They had numbers running inside and outside. A great pass, George Carmont once again drawing and passing. Let alone that man there, Francis Melly, go over unmarked, and look at the boys there from Samoa. They're up, very happy. A great start. Just under 3 minutes and first try for the Samoan side.
He can hit in defence. He can also score plenty of tries. Francis Melly, that gives them a 4-0 lead, and Tonga, off the back of the mistake by Richie Fa'oso, get off to a shaky start. They were slow out of the gates to some extent against Ireland, and in fact trailed
the Irish a couple of times during that game and had to score a try 6 minutes out from full time to get away with the win in their opening game in Pool 3. And now Ben Roberts about 12 in from the sideline to make it almost a perfect beginning for Samoa. He hits it away to the left-hand side. Never looked like sneaking between the uprights, but they do have a lead 4-0 as we go downstairs to Scotty Sattler.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. Well, it was always going to be which team was going to handle the first 5 or 10 minutes. With the amount of motion that this game has been brought into, both those war dances. First mistake by Tonga. Samoa make a great advantage of that through Carmont and also Francis Melli. So Tonga behind the 8 ball at the moment through a silly pass from Felita Mateo. Just on the conditions, everyone, it's reached 37 at one stage today in Sydney. A little bit cooler now and a strong breeze coming from the south. But both these sides will start feeling it as they did last week against Ireland, Tonga, in the back half of this first half.
As they did from the kick-off, it's Pulatua who brings it out from their own in-goal area. Strong tackle over the top there. Tony Williams, it was, wearing 20, playing in the second row here tonight for Tonga with a reshuffled forward pack. In fact, a reshuffled halves combination as well. We'll see how many minutes he plays to begin the game, Williams. Samoa work it beyond their own 40-metre line. Siu waits and he gets the play the ball from Kylie Lulawai. Kick off that left boot of Roberts, playing on this left-hand side of the field, as he does for the Bulldogs. The kick goes down and brought back to the 20-metre line. Tonga will be hoping to make more metres in the early tackles than they did first time around. They were struggling in their own end before Fao, so put the ball down. They need to get some forwards back there and make some good metres.
Well, it's one thing that they lacked on the Monday night, the ability to complete their sets of 6, get back there and get good dummy half runs and get over the advantage line. You can see the Tongan side there. They are standing and looking and waiting for someone to just do something out of the ordinary. They need to go forward first against the Samoan side.
Here's Williams bumping it forward. Well, they'll get a relieving penalty here. They're under pressure once again. Absolutely nothing doing through the middle of the park for them. We saw Cooper Vuna might have had his neck caught in an awkward position there. You saw it, his chin pushed towards his chest in the tackle, accidentally.
It was accidentally by Willie Talau, so I don't think anything will come of that. And now the Tongan boys, this is where they've got to assert their authority down the middle of the ruck, because Tony Pulatua has really showed the Tongan side which way is for the try line the quickest, and that's to go forward. Oh, mistake there.
Ball on the ground went backwards. Luckily for Tonga, a mix-up. Tony Williams was coming through. And now another player down. This time it's Felita Mateo. Forced to play as the halfback tonight. He finished the game against Ireland on Monday night as their halfback, with Joel Tafau out of the side early in the second half with a calf muscle injury. Here it is again, Mateo. Swung to the ground. He has that strapping on the right elbow. Perhaps he just fell heavily on that arm.
It was on the elbow, that's all it was. He'll get up and play the ball as they do now, Tonga. The Guttenville goes in the dummy up. No, Felita Mateo taking over now.
35 away on the Samoan line. Leo Latu almost coming up with a mistake. Pushed away from Ben Roberts, but up to go again, but he was grabbed by Solomona. Here is Faoso out of dummy half, running at the halfback Roberts. He's just outside the 20. Last play here for Tonga. Goes to Leo Latu. And now Mateo with a kick under pressure. He took a shot from Kylie Lulawai. Some pressure on Matt Utai. Didn't read the breeze. Picked up by Willie Manu, who has it for Tonga. Just 5 metres out. They'll be going back to Utai before the game is out. We've seen teams target him at the Bulldogs, and they went to him in the air. He looked uncomfortable. Here's Manu. He fires it to Mateo at first receiver. He cuts one out to go to Faoso. Shifts the ball on. Waiselli stopped there by Nigel Vungana, getting up pretty quickly with some help from Tony Pulatua and also George Carmont. About 10 metres out, just inside it in fact. Waiselli. As it goes to Leo Latu. Good tackle made right in front of the uprights there. Nigel Vungana. Cut down Kafusi. Here's Leo Latu. Turns it out the back. A chance. Numbers in the tackle here for Samoa. They get plenty there, and they'll play it here still a couple of metres away. Williams is the man playing it. Mateo takes it to the line. Grubbers. Talanoa coming through. Jennings was also there, and a knock-on again by Samoa.
And the knock-on comes off
Ben Roberts put under all sorts of pressure here. He had to get down nice and low, but the pressure that was applied, won by the kick for Lady Mateo. You can see there Jennings in the number 3 jersey for Tonga coming through and just putting pressure on the halfback for Samoa, and he makes the mistake. The only problem I see so far for Tonga is that all the ball play is around Feleti Mateo. They get numbers around him, they don't have much on the edges.
See Willie Manu wearing 13 but packing in as the hooker. He's been playing as the dummy half as well. Here is Mateo feeding the scrum. They get the win. It comes to Vito Leolatu, who will play it here in the tackle of Dave Solomona. Just outside the 10. Here's Manu turning it back on the inside. Paya, athletic with good footwork. Stopped a couple of metres away from the line. Ben Roberts too slow getting off him. Tonga were hammered in the play the ball against Ireland on Monday night. We'll see how they fare here this evening. They gave away 14 penalties, and the vast majority of them were infringements in the play the ball. Samoa give away one right here. It gives a chance for Tonga to come at them once again. A stack of possession inside the 20 here as Guttenbill plays it for Manu. They take it to the line. They'll get across the line. Kafusi crashed across but didn't get the ball down.
Play the ball.
Right about the defence there, the Samoan boys. They had to work very, very hard, but another set now. To finish this set off, he has to come back and play the ball. The referee, a blood bin for one of the Samoan boys now.
Just jump out the back, mate. Jump out the back for a trainer.
Well, wait. It's Kylie Luluwai is the man. As we see out the back, that's him there.
Boy, has a nasty cut, doesn't he?
He made a great tackle before the one just then in stopping him. He'll come straight into the play. He knows he can't have his side with just 12 men defending.
It is play on for the moment. Manu showing it to Mateo, showing it again to Guttenbill, and almost caught them out. Pulatura it is who makes the tackle about 4 metres out. Leo Latu goes to Mateo. First man play for Richie Foso. He's only a couple of metres away still. Tackled there by Carmel. They come back up quickly. A missed tackle there. Racing up is Langi Setu. Now Guttenbill. Setu took a real chance.
They need to go left quickly. 2 passes.
Mateo, Leo Latu on the last. Intercepted by the captain, Nigel Vangana, with nobody in front of him. They are chasing and chasing hard, but they won't catch him. Vangana goes the length of the field. And Samoa have their second try of the game.
Tackle one, Clarkie. Check grounding. Check grounding, mate.
We're going to check the grounding.
It's interesting because Nigel is known for a man who will take the ball right to the nth degree and virtually go over the end goal, so he's checking the grounding. What Nigel had to do, and he did so well, he got off the line, he put pressure on Leo Latu, who made the pass here. The grounding, I don't think there's a problem here. Oh, that's easy. That's one look at that, and that will be a green light. Leo Latu trying to throw the ball. I said go 2 passes wide, but he just had to play the hands. You don't need to play low balls. That's what Nigel has made his name in this game of rugby league in the NRL. For the Bulldogs, for Cronulla, or for the Warriors, he would always come up and then look for that intercept pass. The Samoan boys, the big fella, Loa Titi, they wait Stephen Clark. This will be a green light. There's no problem here. No problem.
Video referee agrees it is 8 points to 0. And the man who has the most tries for New Zealand in Test Match Rugby League is now captaining Samoa, of course, and here he is going 90 metres. He got one right in the breadbasket.
The biggest issue about that, you would have seen Tavita Leo Latu go to the line. He needed to get straighten himself up because Samoa had pushed up so quickly. And that's what happens when you have a hooker who's looking for that long ball. He just had to go short. You can see there, the Tongan players know if they got the ball short, they were going to put the ball over the line and get back into this game. But Nigel, the experience that he has in this game, just showing then where you have to position yourself to take those sorts of passes. And he probably would have played with Leo Latu a number of times. Look at that. Unbelievable, great play. A good leader.
That is a real stomach punch, isn't it, to Tonga after all that possession. Set after set inside the Samoan 20. They throw a ball. The opposing captain goes almost the length of the field. It's converted. It's 10 points to 0, 11 and a half gone here in this second game of Pool 3. The Rugby League World Cup of 2008, and the warm favourites for this game, Scotty Sattler, have a nice lead.
They have a lot of passion amongst these Samoan players down here when they're coming back to get ready for this kickoff. We talk about experience, and Wiz just mentioned it. Tonga, nearly 1,000 NRL games in experience, but last week it was their biggest downfall was their ill discipline. It should have got them over the line, but this man, you talk about experience, gets up out of the line, puts pressure in defence, attacks in defence, 4-pointer at the other end. Great work, Nigel Vungana.
Boy, they're doing some shadow boxing on the bench already, aren't they? Ali Lauatiti.
He'll be tired before he gets out there.
Here's the kickoff. Hanging up in the southerly. Oh, let bounce by Smith. Samoa, he was looking at Tony Puletua. I think he thought that Puletua was going to run onto the ball and catch it himself.
Yeah, he was waiting for the call from behind. He didn't get it. And then you've got to put yourself in a position as a young fullback. You've got to take the pass. Great tackle there, Tonga. Willie Manu.
Here he is again, making another one, this time wrapping up Willie Talau as Matt Utai works it away from dummy half. Would have had his heart in his mouth and all those defensive sets after his initial error off the bomb. Put them under all that pressure. Here's Roberts now, from just outside his own 30. The kick, a good one, helped by this strong breeze now, which has turned around. It was a nor'wester for most of the day in Sydney. Now it's a southerly here at Penrith, and you can see the effect of that breeze on the kick by Ben Roberts.
He's got a tremendous kick, Ben Roberts, and that's one thing. Once you get in front like this and you've got a good breeze behind you, that's what you should be introducing on second and third tackle, to turn the big Tongan forward side around and get down there with numbers in defensively. Here goes player.
Well, they showed plenty of passion in their war dance before kickoff. They need some passion here from the forwards to make a statement, working it away from their own end. They have battled so far in the game from their own territory. Foso playing it for Gutenbiel. Had Mateo just off his right hip, but he takes it himself from dummy half, and they brought it back within 5 metres of the halfway line. Leo Latu gets into dummy half this time. Here's Mateo going away to Kafusi, who got across the line but was held up in the midst of all that possession they had inside the Samoan 20. Now Jennings was dangerous at times against Ireland on Monday night. They are backing up, of course, on very short rest. The Tongans will wait and see what effect that has. Here's the kick by Mateo, will sail into the 5th row of the far grandstand.
Play the ball just here. Plenty of pressure on the young 5'8". He's trying to do all the organising, the passing, run the football, put all the kicks in. And that's why I think they need to get Tavita Leo Latu back in that hooking role, because he can scamper out a dummy half and get them on the front foot. Then you push Willie Manu up, and he can do the little offloads and get the guys going forward.
They work it away from dummy half. Samoa in control already. 10 points to 0. Ball from Siu back on the inside. Frank Puletua is out there as John Ackland makes the first of his 12 available interchanges here tonight. Melly, the try scorer, coming midfield, perhaps wishing he hadn't. Picked up by Lapini Paya. He makes a statement right there himself. Good tackle in combination with Richie Fa'oso. Here it is again. You see Fa'oso, in fact, making the initial stop, and then Paya coming over the top. They finished him right off. 30 metres out. Last play here for Samoa as Roberts puts it in the air, end over end kick, an awkward one. Jennings fighting back though, takes it pretty comfortably in the end. He had the post to contend with initially. He took it back in the in-goal area, and as a result, they'll take it from their own 20.
He just seems to have so much time. He got a bit of pressure last Monday night against Ireland with those high kicks. And he dropped one, so the young Samoan boys thought they'd just test him. I think now Jim Dimmick, oh, what about that tackle?
Terran Siu underneath, who really can hit for a little man. He times them beautifully. He made a great stop right there.
That was in your tracks. Don't worry about tackle technique and all that sort of stuff. Just come over the top, didn't he? Unbelievable.
Langi Sedu also involved with the tackle. He was upstairs. Siu was underneath the kick. The clearing kick from Mateo was a good one. It'll hold up here. And Smith Samoa will take it from his own goal line. And stop there by Fatuli Talanoa. Good set of 6, a good chase. Now they undo all that work with a penalty. to let Samoa out of their own end the easy way.
I thought they were all right there. I thought the play of the ball was very, very quick. And Cooper Vuna jumped out to the right-hand side. I don't think they were standing apart. I thought it was all right. A little bit hard done by them, Tonga. They've done so well, chasing the kick downfield. Here goes big Solomona now.
He played from just outside the Samoan 30-metre line. He played for George Carmont. He shows it back on the inside of Pulatua, takes it himself for a settler. Then on his own side of halfway. See you. Back at dummy half. Turns it back on the inside here for Frank Pulatua. Some good defence in this set from Tonga.
I think what they've got to do, they've got to introduce Eddie Payer. Take some pressure off from Felipe Mateo, put him in the halfback role.
Here's a mistake by Ben Roberts. The pass was just behind him. As a result, Tonga have it in Samoan territory to begin this set of 6. Cooper Vuna waiting at dummy half. It was an awkward one for the Samoan halfback to handle. Another error from them. It hasn't hurt them so far. The couple they've made. Here is Leo Latu. Going to Mateo, trying to put a step on, but he ran into Frank Pulatua, and then coming in from the side, he got a shot there from Siu. It's been some heavy contact in this game, as you'd expect, between the two Pacific Arch rivals. Leo Latu looking for a fast play. The ball got one as well. Jennings caught the markers out. Comes to Smith-Samoa, who had to make a tackle. Otherwise, Jennings was going to score under the black dot. They go from dummy half. They take it forward through Guttenbeil, who will play it here about 3 metres away. Here is Eddie Payer on the field now. It goes straight by him. Picked up by Willie Manu. And they'll play it. In fact, that will be the changeover. It was supposed to, I'm sure, go to Eddie Payer on the last play, but they missed him. And now a mistake. Solomona has the ball bounce off his chest straight back to Ben Roberts.
Well, this is what you expect from either the Tongan side or the Samoan boys. Are willing to chance your arm. What you have to do as a player, you've just got to make yourself available there, Dave Solomona. He was looking for a rest, hands on his hips. It's very hot out there.
There it is. Big tackle once again. No surprise, it's Willie Manu who makes it. He's rattled a couple up already. Smith-Samoa was on the end of that shot. Now an error again by Samoa, trying to force a ball. Langi Setu it was who turns it over, and as a result, Vuna plays it for Tonga. Now a ball goes to ground. Mateo trying to get away from the lock forward there. Harrison Hansen for Samoa. Jim Dimmick must be praying for a chance to try and put some points on the board here if they can get down inside the 20. They've shown they can crack them when Kafusi got across but couldn't get the ball down. Here's Williams on the left-hand side, gave a big fend and the ball to Michael Jennings. Power and precision in one play, and they are on the board. What about the fend from Williams on Vangana? My goodness. He said just get out of the way, and then when Jennings loomed up, there was no stopping him. He has rockets for legs. There's the error by Setu. They went to the left-hand side. Mateo gave it to the big fella. He said, don't mess with me, look out, and Michael do the rest.
I tell you what, Tony Williams, he threw a little dummy there, didn't he? Then he decided to straighten up. He saw Nigel, he was starting to back off, and once you do that and you've got such a big man coming at you and you go high, there's no chance of making the tackle. And what about the explosive speed here of Jennings? Unbelievable. Put himself in the correct position, and the Tongan boys, they go up. That is a tremendous try. They just waited and waited and waited. They waited for Samoa to make the mistake, and then they capitalised. But Jennings, a breath of fresh air in that fullback position, just chiming in beautifully. And that's who he should be following. All those big guys, the big boppers they call them.
Well, Nigel Vangana has, of course, a try from the intercept off the ball from Tavita Leo Latu. He just had to contend with this fella, Tony Williams, who is doing the goal kicking from right in front against the extra 2. And Tonga have got themselves into the game. It's taken half the first half, but it's 10 points to 6. And their fans are on their feet lapping it up. Boy, good atmosphere here at Penrith.
Oh, tremendous atmosphere, and it's great to see so many people come out and support these two sides. You can hear it coming through the TV, through Fox Sports. They are just lapping this game up. Yes, there are some mistakes. Both coaches will be saying, come on, boys, control the football. But that's what they want to do. They want to play rugby league, and it's exciting. They put themselves under pressure. You can see there the crowd jumping for joy when Jennings went over for the Tongan side. Left to right.
Ben Roberts to get us back underway. The kickoff will go down towards Fletty Mateo, backing towards the corner there. Had to make an awkward catch, and he gives it off to the captain, Lapini Paya, who makes a good run. Got his nose through the line as well. They need more of that. He has been good so far, Paya. They've been struggling in the forward pack from their own end, but he's made some good charges. Here's Eddie Paya coming away to Arwen Guttenbeil, who'll play it here 30 metres out from his own line. Don't forget, you can log on to www.rlwco8.com for all the news, views and results of this World Cup for 2008 as Leo Latu puts a bit of high stepping on. Grabbed there by Langi Setu. Here's Mateo with some room to move from dummy half, going a long way. Now just 40 metres out from the Samoan line. One more play in this set of 6. Eddie Paya it is, who tries to hook it away from Smith Samoa, who can do that. In fact, it will just keep going end over end, touch in goal.
The game has really stepped up here for the Tongan boys. With this change, you have Eddie Paya coming in to the halfback role. It's taken the pressure off Fletty Mateo. And you're seeing Tavita Leo Latu getting out of dummy half, getting those quick play the balls. It's got them now on the front foot. A good change there by Jim Timmy.
It's Frank Pulatua who gets it underway with the restart. 23 minutes gone, 10-6. Samoa over Tonga in this Pacific Island showdown tonight. Here's Matt Utai trying to get away from both tacklers. He did. He escaped Willie Manu. No mean feat. And also got away from Etu Waiseli. Now a turnover once again, and Eddie Paya has it for Tonga. And they give away a penalty. A strip there, Harrison Hansen penalised by the referee, Shane Hayne. And Tonga come back on the attack straight away.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, this has really turned out to be a fantastic game. Harrison just confused about the ruling. He puts him down. I think there, Eddie Paya thought he just dropped the ball cold. He's a little bit unlucky there to be penalised, I believe.
Gives him a great chance here to level up and maybe take the lead. Paya playing it just outside the 20. Leo Latu set up on there. Albi Talipo on the field now for Samoa. Now another loose ball, and they've cocked it straight back up. And the Samoans, with Ali Lauatiti on the field, rush in to high-five each other. He wants to pump things up, doesn't he? The former Warrior.
Oh, mate, he'd be looking for a massive game. He was hyped up on the sideline there, and again, you can see Talipo there just getting out of dummy half very quick, and the referee indicating that you played the ball too quickly. You didn't stand up square, you played it sideways. You can't do that. And a correct decision. Nali Lauatiti, look at him, look at his team. Come on, boys, let's pick it up.
You get in properly.
I'm excited just calling the game. This is good.
It is.
This is what rugby league's all about.
It's very good. It is living up to the advanced billing. Here's Roberts from the back of the scrum win. Quarter of an hour to go in this first half. It'll be interesting to see how Tonga handled the last 10 minutes of both halves here tonight. Smith Samoa, a good run to get the forwards for Tonga on the back pedal. They take it away from dummy half. It is Talipo who goes down within about 42 of the Tongan line. Carmont here from dummy half. Comes to Lauatiti. He works it up towards Leo Latu and also Willie Manu. They're just 30 out now. 2 tackles left. Stacked short side. No way through for Roberts, who was crunched over the top. Sam Moa produced a victor and absolutely cut the grass from underneath him. Here's a kick. Some pressure. Missed. A chance for Samoa. 6 more tackles and they're just a metre out. They've come up with it through Matt Utai. Here's Frank Pulatua trying to crash his way over. He'll get across, but they'll hold him up.
Held up, tackle 1.
Now that allows the Tongan side to set themselves defensively. The Samoan boys have got to put something on here on the left-hand edge. They've got players, Ali Lawatiti, that's where I'd be crowding around. Look for the little offloads with his right arm.
They come back towards the wing of Assi Tonga, the man who made the mistake. You'll say it's 1-1 as far as errors on kicks from the wingers on that eastern side of the field here at CUA. Couple of metres out. Samoa looking to extend this lead. Played by Talau. It comes down to Vangana at first receiver, showing that they're up quickly, too quickly. Did Vangana get it down though?
Clarkie, just check rounding, mate. Tackle through.
I don't think he's got this down. I don't think he's got it down. He's not showing the look like a Nigel Vangana does when he gets a try. I think he's dropped the ball. He's dropped it. But what about the acceleration from the veteran? Nearly cut them up down the middle. He did cut them up. The only thing he didn't do was get the ball down. A little bit unlucky there. I can't believe they cannot give this try. I believe he lets the ball go about there. That's gone.
Boy, there may be a fingertip on the ball, but
he's got no control. Please.
You would think we'll see the no try sign from Steve Clark. He is known for his casual put-downs, isn't he, Nigel Vangana?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to look at it again here. At normal speed, there it is. In normal speed, it looks like a definite no try, as it did live the first time around.
Let me tell you, if Nigel thought he would have scored that, he would have been down on one knee, saluting the crowd.
Well, the Tongans absolutely praying they're going to see the red lights here. We'll get the official word, I think, from our video referee. Shane Hayne watching on, waiting for a call from Steve Clark. The most nervous man is that man, Nigel Vangana, getting straight through the line. A lovely left foot step.
Good vision.
And he had to score, except for the put down.
Great vision by Nigel. Knowing they were going to split, here comes the decision.
Finally, we will get there. It is no try, as expected. He was a fingertip away from a double, the Samoan captain.
Or in that position as a player, especially the opposition defensively, they all think that Nigel's going to just put the ball out the back, and then he just accelerated. That was good. That was good play.
You can't take a dummy from Nigel Vangana. Not close to the line, not anywhere.
He loves
but
him.
Especially close to the line. They hang on Tonga. And here they are. 30 out from their own line. Played there by Cooper Vuna, the man who led the war dance before kickoff. Etu Waiseli playing it now. Fao, so taking them on. They've been solid though up the middle of the park. For the most part, this Samoan forward pack. Good tackle here. Harrison was there. So was Pulatua. Now a penalty. Late in the tackle count as well. Leo Latu was set upon. Frank Pulatua came up with the play, but jumped out of marker too quickly for the referee's liking.
And that's who they need in the hook-in role there. Leo Latu, he has been fantastic since he's gone back into the role. He was playing halfback at the start. It didn't suit his game. But that jumping out of dummy half and taking those quick, easy yards around the ruck area is really paying dividends here for the Tongan side. The tap has to be taken 10 metres and not 20.
Yes, we're playing under international rules.
Oh,
12 changes, not 10. You're right, there he is again. Good run from dummy half from Fatuli Talanoa. They're just outside the 20-metre line. Playing on that left-hand side of the field in the centres as opposed to the number one on his back tonight. Here's Mateo now, a couple wide with Paya out there on the field. He looks much more at home with a bit of room to move for Letty Mateo. Quick play the ball from Manu. Leo Latu going at the line. He gets across the line and we are all tied up at 10 points all. Samoa and Tonga. And the Tongans hitting back. A fast play the ball and a terrific finish by the former Cronulla Shark.
That was fantastic, I told you. He has been the difference. The Tongan side have got themselves back into this game because of this little bloke here, Leo Latu, jumping out of dummy half, knowing that the Samoan boys, they're trying to get onside. They can't get there. The right foot step, he gets inside George Carmine.
Great read of the play. That's what your hooker needs to do in these sorts of games. He's been fantastic for the last 15 minutes.
He got the fast play, the ball he wanted, but he had some work to do still. Didn't he show a nose for the try line? There was no stopping him.
Good vision, the quick play of the ball, but the ability to get out and isolate George Carmont and then step off the right foot and then cut him between the two defenders. That's what I liked about his play. Didn't he give it some? Didn't he jump out of dummy half and just take off? He said, I'm coming. They're not ready, I'm going to get them.
And if Tony Williams can convert this, we're about 5 metres in from the touchline. We're looking at a 12-point turnaround. We saw the look on Nigel Vunganer's face a moment ago behind the goal line.
So what's going to be the problem for the Samoans not playing a game of football before this game? You could just see Tongan boys started a bit slowly. Now they got into the game after the 30-minute mark. They look like they got on top. Let's see if he can put it over here. Tony Williams to add the two.
Battling the flies and the breeze, hooking back, staying straight, he gets the 2 points. After half an hour, Tonga leads Samoa 12 points to 10. Listen to the fans of the Tongan side. Good step as he came towards Carmont.
And Harrison Hansen, that's the man he got in between. He was coming out of dummy half a little bit late. And Paya, their captain, he's been strong. That man there has been absolutely fantastic defensively and those runs out of dummy half.
The kickoff knocked backwards, luckily, by Mateo. They come down the field quickly. Kylie Luluai has some tape around the head, of course, had that cut in the early part of the game. He came down looking for a real shot on Sam Moa. Here he is again, Luluai.
You don't want to say
No, exactly.
Playing for the Seagulls in the NRL not that long ago. He had a reputation for shooting out of the line, looking for a hit. He's come up with a couple here.
I've been staying down since the first minute.
So I don't know. No, mate, it's like first contact is here. We'll play someone report, okay? Go on, what? No, it's right here, mate. You're right, you're right. Mate, 5 penalties now.
Yeah,
they're all different all over the park.
Yeah.
Righto. Just try and do something about that.
Yeah,
right, fix that with us. Interesting to know, Kylie Luluai trying to pull the big head off at the kickoff and then saw the second play. Got himself in the A defender around the ruck area. Talanoa takes it forward and then he just throws out the left arm. He did get him a fraction high. Kylie just gives him a little pat on the back saying, you're all right. Talanoa, you're all right. Don't be a kid. That's not a problem.
I'll be eating meatloaf through a straw for the next 4 months, but I'll be fine.
He'll be right. Play on. He gets replaced.
And here he is coming from the field. He said he was okay.
He's all right. Little bit of blood.
His mum may disagree at the moment.
Just get the free interchange. That's what it's for.
That's exactly right. Luluai placed on report. There is the signal from the referee. It does give Tonga the chance to make it out of their own end through the boot of Feleti Mateo, who finds the line just outside the 30. We'll see if he can just keep things under control here. Kylie Luluai looked forward that restart, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Here's Leo Latu going to Mateo as they come wide back to the middle of the field. Owen Gutenbiel got a ball away, a good one as well to Mateo. He comes towards Luluai. Roberts is there also, and then reeling out of it, one of the Samoan players, in fact, was Albi Talapo, got some friendly fire, I think, there. And up towards the halfway line. They get a fast play the ball. Good one as well from Richie Fa'oso. Leo Latu again, getting out of dummy half. They're just outside the Samoan 40. There's Lauatiti trying to slow down the play of the ball. Jennings at dummy half. Eddie Paya. They didn't get to him in time. His kick bounces off its point. Smith Samuel plays it off his right hand. Has a one-hand carry, bringing it back in Ferrerish style. Now is driven backwards in a good tackle by the man who put the kick in, Eddie Paya.
Eddie Paya's been strong when he's come onto the field, but Sam Moa also has been strong defensively, getting in the opposition. Good run out of dummy half again here, George Carmont for the Samoans.
Here's Roberts catching the markers out. They weren't square and called out as such by the referee. And they take it into Tongan territory. 7 minutes out, a mistake. Ben Roberts, who did well.
Tried to get up, kicked it forward, okay, usually stand all the way up.
And I'm sure Matt Utai was saying, check this one on the video. Here it is again, there's the foot. Sam Murrett was just trailing that big right foot of his back through the play the ball. There's no doubt he made contact. The referee saw it the other way. Doesn't have the luxury, of course, of the video referee. And as a result, Tonga will have it here from the scrum win.
The referee, though, Shane Hayne, did say you try to get up and play it too quickly, and that's where the mistake come from. I mean, he did that before with Tavita Leo Latu, about 4 or 5 tackles back. So I have no dramas with that.
Yeah, but as long as you play the ball correctly, doesn't matter how quickly you play it.
He's got it right, the referee. On his birthday, good referee.
Here is Eddie Paya from the back of the scrum win for Tonga. Mateo going to the left-hand side. They'll play it here through Paya now. Oh, there you go.
Same as over there.
He puts it down and says, Sir Nigel Vungana knocked it away from me. And the Samoans may be screaming, that's justice.
I think they will be. We'll be interested to see. Well, see, that to me, the referee, again, he's got it 100% right. Nigel didn't do anything about it. He's trying to get around to get the front to play the ball. That's fine.
A couple of play the balls apart and the same result. You could say, fair enough.
Come on, guys, let's join this.
Rubber the green, evening itself out.
Absolutely, I'm with you.
Stay there, Felitti. All right, ball in, Ben.
So Samoa with the scrum feed at the halfway line, and Roberts comes away to Willie Tallow. He gives a ball to Francis Melli, who comes to them, tackled there, and a good shot by Etu Waiseli, 40 metres away from the Tongan line. Yes, good tackle, jumping out, Cooper Vuna. Didn't let Talau get out of his sights, he hammered him. Now Lauatiti, standing in the tackle, looking for an offload. He's an absolute magician with the ball in his hands. Of course, now plays with the Leeds Rhinos in the Super League, but he's an absolute genius for the Warriors in the early part of this decade. They come back to the left-hand side. Roberts now, ball back on the inside. Smith Samoa is trailing. They wrap him up about 18 away from the Tongan line. Comes from Damiha, play to Roberts, who puts Essie Tonga under pressure once again. Utai went up for it. It came down to Tony Williams. He made it back for a moment into the field of play, but he's caught in the in goal, says the referee, and Tonga will have to drop it out from their own line.
Great kick by Ben Roberts for the Samoan side. That's what he needs to do. He needs to take control of the game and put the kick up in the air. Put Essie Tonga under all sorts of pressure. Lucky for them, big Tony Williams for the Parramatta Club was standing by, trying to get the ball out. He had the ball over the line, and then the referee said, no, you were pushed back, that's fine. Have a look at this here. He gets out the big left hand, puts it over the line, stop, and then he gets pushed over by Matt Utai. The referee's got it right. So there's a goal line dropout now. It's twice Essie Tonga has been put under all sorts of pressure with the high kick by Matt Utai. A great contest.
Eddie Paya with the dropout, a little floating one, no spin on it until it bounced, and then it hit Matty Utai nicely on the chest. He brings it back within 30 metres of the Tongan line. Worked over there by Lapini Paya and also Felitti Mateo. They cut it up. Good tackle once again. Some big contact there by Paya, who stayed alive, working away from marker. They cart it forward again. Langi Setu now, 10 metres out from the Tongan line. They'll go from dummy half. There's Talapo showing it one way, going back the other. Willie Talau gives it away for Matt Utai for the corner. He might have kept the feet inside the line and then plant the ball down.
I tell you what, if he's got this ball down, it's a miracle the way that he can get the ball over the line, Matty Utai. He's only short in stature, but I tell you what, he's got a lot of power and he's strong, close to the line. Watch the way he manages to stay in. Well, but look at that. I would say that he is in. He has beaten Essie Tonga on the outside, near the sideline. A tremendous effort here by the Samoan winger. The only concern may be the right foot. Doesn't go out there, but the linesman is in pretty good. I think it's all right. That's fine. By that shot there, I think it's all right. I don't think it goes out till after he has planted the ball down there. Try. Green light.
It looked okay, and our video referee Gary Freeman is
I am on
extremely
fire
confident.
tonight, very confident.
I think you've got good reason to be confident here, because I think we'll see the try sign come up from Steve Clark. And this will mean a change in the lead 3 minutes out from half-time. They started with this southerly gale in their spinnaker, didn't they, the Samoans, the way they started the game. Then Tonga have hit back. And now Matt Utai might have wrested the lead away from them here, not far from the break.
John Ackland looks on, the Samoan coach. Plenty of words of wisdom come half-time. Samoan boys have made 136 tackles to the Tongans 100 tackles. Samoans have had plenty of ball too, 54% of it. 47%, and then the Tongans 53. There's the try, green light. No benefit of the doubt, that's a green light.
It doesn't matter either way, it's still 4 points for Samoa. They lead 14 points to 12. It's their turn to cheer, those fans of the blue in the stands here at CUA Stadium. Good ball from Talau and Essie Tonga, having a bet each way. Williams playing inside him, and Tonga, instead of staying on his man, was thinking about having to come in and make a play on Talau. He turned. He wasn't going to stop Utai from that range. The nuggety winger just diving underneath him and keeping his feet inside the sideline.
If you're going to make those sorts of decisions as a winger, he's gone up, he might as well keep going. You've got to put pressure on that centre, which is Willie Talau on that right-hand edge, and try and make the tackle. Ben Roberts looking to add the two.
Hits it out to the left-hand side again. He can't convert. This one a difficult one, though, from out on the sideline. They have a 2-point lead inside the final 2 minutes of this first half in what is the pivotal game of Pool 3 in this World Cup for 2008.
Well, that's what we spoke to John Ackland about. It's so vital for them to win this game, and then they play the Irish side on Wednesday at Parramatta Stadium. They need to come away with the 2 points. Of course, and then the Tongan boys, they know if they win both games, they are through. They're going through. You see heads down, not that happy. It's only 14-12. Still 42 minutes to go in the game, and they get a break in about 2 minutes.
A restart from Williams is a massive kick once again into the breeze, taken by Smith Samoa. This time it's Kylie Luluwai who brings it back. Remembering he's on report for the tackle on Fatuli Talanoa. We'll wait and see what the match reviewers in the World Cup make of that tackle. Certainly didn't miss him. Here's Samoa dancing away from dummy half to bring it up almost the Samoan 30-metre line. 3 tries to 2. And the 1 conversion by Ben Roberts. The difference at this point in time as Utai plays it. Go away from dummy half again. Here's Talapo kicking, looking for the sideline. He'll find it as well. Good play from dummy half. He's found the line and will use up the clock, and that'll just about do it. You'd imagine the Tongans are in no hurry, having had just 3 days off between Monday night's game and this game here tonight. The Samoans want to try and stop the clock.
Well, they're going to try and force a mistake. There's only 8 seconds to go. I don't think the Tongan boys are going to be too much of a hurry. And Talapo is breathing a little bit of life back into the Samoan side. He runs out of dummy half. He's got a good kicking game. He's a strong defender. I'd like to see Lauatiti, though, in this second half get more involved, Warren. He needs to take some sort of control.
Make sure you stay in there, boys. Ali, stay in the scrum till it's out. Don't break early.
He's being warned at least by the referee to make sure he binds in the scrum here. Seen him, as you said, make one of those Lauatiti type runs or get a ridiculous offload away. He has sensational hands. Sonny Bill Williams like, Frank Pritchard like, if you like. This part of the world, of course, the Panther himself. The siren will sound here. They'll barely have time to get the next play the ball in. They do at least. There's a pass. Wow, pressure ball. It came back for Fatuli Talanoa. Once again, it's Kylie Luluwai, no less, who ends up taking him to the ground. And the boys exchange words as the siren sounds to end the first half.
Thank you.
Plenty of feeling in this one, as expected. And we've got a good one. Samoa 14, lead Tonga 12.